And we can see that in the life of Gideon, who was from the poorest tribe, the poorest family uh, in the poorest tribe, and he was the youngest in the poorest family in the poorest tribe. And God said, I've made you a mighty man of valor. And Gideon's going, I think you're seeing things wrong here, because that's not who I am. I am something else. When the children of Israel cried out to the Lord because of Midian, which interestingly enough means judgment, he sent a prophet that said, you didn't deal with the gods of this land like I told you to. You disobeyed me. But yet I am going to set you free. And he called Gideon. And Gideon said, if you're really with us, why is all this happening to us? If you're still the God who did the wonders, who brought us out of Egypt, why haven't you delivered us from the hands of Midian? And he said, I am. I'm sending you. And Gideon said, I can't do that. My clan is the weakest. I'm the youngest. We're the poorest. I can't do that. But all he said to him is, the Lord is with you, O mighty man of valor. So Gideon was full of unbelief at what God had asked him to do, full of unbelief. But he still said yes. And this is the kind of unbelief that he has compassion for. This is the kind of unbelief he's always had compassion for. This is the kind of unbelief that he will replace with his faith. And it's the same kind of unbelief that we see in the father of the demon-possessed boy, who brought him to Jesus's disciples and they could do nothing. And then he brought him to Jesus, who was desperate. I'm desperate. Set my son free. If you can do anything, please set him free. That is what the Father said. If you can do anything, please have compassion on us and help us. If I can, all things are possible to him who believes. I believe. Help my unbelief. He had to have believed. He brought his child to Jesus and his disciples. But after seeing his disciples be unable to deal with the situation, don't you think doubt crept in? Don't you think unbelief crept in? I believe. Help my unbelief. And I know this place far too well. Desperately wanting to believe his promises and not even knowing I had strongholds in my mind that were making that impossible. But he knew they were there. He knew what was stopping me from being able to believe. And he is and was more than willing to decimate those strongholds so that we can live in all of the promises that he has for us. So we can hold on to our strongholds, or we can cry out like this father did. I do believe. Help my unbelief. Hope you enjoyed the portion of this week's pondering that can be found at the YouTube channel, Pondering His Word with Maureen Gower. If you would like to hear the whole message, please feel free to check it out there. And may God bless you with a wonderful day.